right there. Is it good? Is it good? Is it blurry? It looks a little blurry. Give me, give me a second. Is that better? Okay. Good. Good. Stay there. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of that show that not named. I'm host Brian, or Two Game Prince, whatever you prefer. And today, we're going to have a bit of return to form with this episode. Basically, is that I'm going to review something anime related that I have not. I haven't looked at anime in a while. I haven't reviewed anything anime in a while. So I just wanted. Why is there a belt here? I wanted to tell you guys what I thought about the new Dragon Ball movie. And long story short, I thought it was absolutely fucking amazing. I went to it as a joke. I thought it was gonna be bad because I gotta be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of Super. Haven't been a big fan of Super for a while. So I decided I'm just gonna go to the opening premiere as like, oh hey, I haven't seen an anime movie in a long time. Also, when Battle of the Gods came out, I got fucked out of a ticket for that movie. So this was kind of like my revenge to the universe for making me miss out on that film. So I went to see it. I gotta say, this movie was fucking amazing, and it probably made me fall back in love with the whole Dragon Ball franchise. I've been watching, the stuff now. They bring back Red Ribbon Army. Which is like one of the biggest. Like, as soon as they had the whole introduction, I know a lot of people who have been reviewing the movie were saying that the beginning of Superhero was slow. Blow it out your ass. It was a whole little introduction piece. Personally, I loved it. I like how they reanimated some old scenes from Dragon Ball, gave you some like new perspective, like told you what happened since then, brought everything into the modern day. And the second thing I want to address is like basically the two biggest things was the opening and then the use of the computer animated whatever 3D yada yada. I thought it was good. Apparently, I don't think Brawly had that because I didn't see the Brawly movie, but I saw clips and I know the story and all that jazz. So I know Brawly didn't have that. This movie looked like a video game. Now, mind you, when I went to Comic Con the previous year or two ago, and I saw they had a whole big, I guess it was a panel. They had this whole big thing for Dragon Ball. They had huge like Vegeta in the Saiyan armor or the Frieza armor, whatever, and then they had like a whole bunch of statues, Goku and Gohan when they're about to destroy Boo. They had all these statues, and then on this big white wall, there was this big screen, and it said Dragon Ball Super Superheroes. But I don't think they really told you anything about it. They didn't let you know what it was going to be. And from the looks of it, I thought it was going to be a video game. And I'm like, okay, a video game would have been cool too. But to be totally honest, I think this fucking ruled as a movie. And mind you, I've been out of Dragon Ball for a while. I've not gone back to it. It's to me, it's just the same thing: fight, 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 over and over again. Oh, look at that, 2 viewers. That's a milestone. Thank you all for joining. Um, but I didn't think that this movie was genuinely going to be so fucking cool. I mean, we get like, what is it? We get like one character. I'm just gonna say Piccolo gets a huge blow up. You get who else? Gohan comes back into the fold. Um, I don't want to spoil too much of it because normally I know, me, I'm all about, watch the movie, come on here, talk all about it. But this I kind of want to hold back on because I'm genuinely passionate about this movie. I thought this movie was really, really good. And I gotta say, the biggest thing that I disagree with 90% of the people looking at this movie is that I thought the CGI was fucking fantastic. Or the, not the CGI, the use of 3D models. I thought it was great. I thought it just worked for it. It really did. At no point during the film did I feel that any of the characters were stiff. At no point did I think any of them were like moving weird. Like, I thought it all worked really well. And honestly, it might have just been the video games possibly that got me used to that style, I guess. I definitely think it is a little weird to go from just a 2D animated film to a 3D animated film just like that. I do think that's a little weird, but I also know that in this movie they had, mixed animation. That it wasn't just strictly 3D. There was some 2D shit in there. But I gotta say, I cannot complain one bit about the way it was presented. I love the setup. Um, Maybe in the beginning, it gets a little, like, it's slow for like maybe 5 seconds. But then it really picks up and the whole flow of the movie starts going. They bring back a classic bad guy, or a version of a classic bad guy, which is fucking phenomenal. Um, I love that, basically, I feel like this is, in my humble opinion, because I was telling my buddy this the other day, I felt like they took one of the best things about Dragon Ball and then one of the best things about Dragon Ball Z, combine them, and then put them in Super. So, to be totally honest, I'm not going to make any predictions about where Super's going after this and all this jazz. All I can tell you is they killed off my fucking favorite character of the film, which sucks. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's the only one that dies of the good guys. Not sure if that's a spoiler or not. Oh, well, you don't know who it is. But that kind of pissed me off. But on the upside, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to make any predictions about where Super's going, what it's going to end up doing. I'm not. I don't think I'm at liberty to say because I don't really watch it. Who? Who what? Who dies? Or this is weird. It's been rare since I ever actually got people commenting on these before. Yeah, no, just say what is it? Who, what? Because I know I have a tendency to ramble. Um, but as I was saying, definitely a Piccolo, and I remember people were saying this too. Definitely a Piccolo and Gohan movie. Certainly, they kind of cock tease you with the fusion. I swear. Who died in the movie? All right, all right. I'm going to say it. So, if any of you watching this in the future don't want to know, skip ahead a little bit right now. The person who ends up dying is Gamma 2. I believe it is Gamma 2. And he's the two robots, Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, who are built by Dr. Hedo, which is the grandson of Dr. Gero, who worked for the Red Ribbon Army and created the androids, led to the Android Saga, and Cell and all that jazz. And one of the things I found really funny, I did not know this before, Dr. Gero is apparently a play either on a Japanese word or a brand or some shit, which means to throw up. And his grandson, Dr. Hedo, who's kind of a good guy, I guess, because he's essentially, he's all right. He's a decent guy. His name, Hedo, is a Japanese brand or a word or something, which means not to throw up or to avoid throwing up. So I thought that was funny. You could find that in like you go on the wiki, you find like different trivia pages and shit like that. I love that stuff. Usually whenever I look up something about a franchise, it's the first place I go is the trivia section. You wouldn't believe the shit that you find down there. You can just make whole videos on YouTube just based off of that. Which reminds me, why haven't I yet? I enjoy ranting incoherently too much. But yeah, at the end of the day, I gotta say, I went to see this movie as a joke, and it was fucking incredible. I genuinely like this movie. And I gotta say, anybody who's fallen out of Dragon Ball, I think you definitely owe it to yourself to go to the theaters and see this movie. I guarantee you, it'll make you fall back in love with Dragon Ball. Because it's a lot of things that I've been hearing is that the movies lately or the franchise has been a little too Goku and Vegeta, Goku and Vegeta, Goku and Vegeta, and that's fine. But the problem is, I feel like once you were in Dragon Ball was very just Goku oriented, and then you just kind of follow side characters, but you mainly want to see the progression of Goku. Whereas when Dragon Ball Z comes around, you have so many more interesting characters, expanded universe, expanded everything, that Goku is kind of taking a back seat. Like, yeah, he's this brick shit house, he's this powerhouse, but we're just going to leave him over there when we really fucking need him for the big bad guys that come along. Because I feel that was most of the franchise, is basically Goku fucking off somewhere else, and then, oh shit, bad guy shows up, we need him, and he's never around. Shows up at the last minute, defeats the guy, and we bring everyone back to life at the end of the saga. I feel like that was done just like over and over and over and over. And I like that Super seems to be switching it up, is changing it. I mean, that's one of the reasons I even originally got out of the original Dragon Ball was because I felt it was the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Um, Gotta say though, Android Saga definitely my absolute favorite. Um, and it was so funny. I wasn't even going to originally go and see this movie. The whole reason I was going to see it was because I was working at the gas station, and this dude came up, and he had Dragon Ball playing like on his dash. He had like the episodes playing. I think he was up to like the end of the Frieza saga, and he's wearing like a DBZ hat. And he gets out, and he's like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm going to see the movie tomorrow. I'm so fucking excited!" And he proceeded to just park his car, and we just walked around while I was working and bullshitted about Dragon Ball for like, I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes until he's like, "Hey, man, I gotta go, but I'll see you later, blah, blah, blah." But after that, I was like, I want to see this movie now. Now I am interested. He has rekindled that spark. Um, but yeah, it was just fantastic. I really don't have any other words for it. I was thoroughly impressed. I walked out of that theater going, you know what, this was a great idea. Sure, I had work tomorrow, and sure, I stayed up super late, but damn it, that movie was everything I could have asked for. I thought it was going to be, an unimpressive beat 'em up. Goku does this, Vegeta does that, but no, no, they're not even the mainstays in the movie. They're, in fact, it was funnily enough, another spoiler coming up. Ooh, watch out. Um, in fact, out of all of them, I really think there are only three deaths in the whole movie. And it's really just the two main bad guys and one, like I just said before, Gamma 2. That's it. And I was just, I don't know, I found it kind of surprising because this is one more thing that I noticed other reviewers were talking about was that the stakes in this film were kind of brought down. And yes and no, because the whole thing is Piccolo gets a glow up, and you just said it in the thumbnail. Nah, couldn't have. See, that's the thing. You got to be clickbaity. Unfortunately, you have to resort to this bullshit. Um, Plus, I want the illusion that I hated it when I really didn't. It was absolutely amazing. Uh, I mean, but either way, if I like it, there's going to be people bitching in the comments that, it was crap. And then if I said that I didn't like it, then there would be people complaining that it was good. I'm just going full on in. I loved it. It was fantastic. It was amazing. And shit, I lost my train of thought. That was it. One of the things where people were saying Gohan has kind of taken like a back seat in the franchise thus far. And it was kind of funny when I was watching it, and there were really. The animation was top notch. Who would have thought? Minute was in it. Yeah, seriously, that was awesome. Like I said before, loved it. I never would have thought that the 3D animation or whatever would have worked, but it just does. And I can't explain exactly why. I don't really play. What are you gonna do? But one thing that I thought was kind of funny was, and you'll notice this if you go see the movie, you notice that it was kind of a little self-aware. It was a little fans constantly wondering, well, Gohan, when is Gohan going to get off his ass and start doing shit again and start practicing? Literally, it's like a whole scene in the movie where he goes, Gohan, you should get your shit together. Bad shit could happen at any time. Are you just going to sit here and read fucking books all day? And then ends up happening. He's like, I'm sorry. I should have been training, blah, 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 blah. And so it's kind of like, oh, great. Nice. He's back in the fold. He's going to start training again. Maybe he'll become part of the main plot and he'll just stop sitting off on the side doing bullshit. Personally, I thought it was a little sad that we didn't get a return of Saiyaman. I would have loved a return of Saiyaman because, for Christ's sakes, the movie's called Superhero. So, I was a little surprised that wasn't in there. I think it would have been funny for him to just, put on at least the helmet at the end. Just been like, die evildoer, shit like that. But, you can't have everything. I also love how in the near the end, Piccolo uses an ability that he hasn't used since Dragon Ball, and they just kind of remind him about it. It's kind of, hey, grow big like you did in the tournament all those, all those series ago. And he's just like, oh yeah, totally forgot I can do that. So, my goodness. I'm having. Hang on. Oh. Shit. I lost the comments. Live chat. Booyah. There you go. I'm so happy Goku and Vegeta were barely involved. Is having their day. I do wonder where Yamcha and Hiroshima. Serious. I do wonder that, but at the same time, I gotta be honest. I just didn't care like at all. It wasn't really a concern. Uh, Mainly because honestly, my biggest fear throughout the entire thing was not throughout the entire thing, but for like the first half, my entire fear was, oh no, they're gonna call Goku and Vegeta. They're gonna get involved, and it's gonna be no contest. Fortunately, as soon as they're like, hey, they're off planet and we have to contact them, I'm like, oh, that old chestnut. As soon as that happened and they were calling them and they threw the, what is it, when Beerus, Weiss, and the rest of them were eating ice cream and then they threw the ice cream thing on top of the beacon as it was going. After that, it's kind of like a sigh of relief, like, whew, good, okay, they're not going to step in, they're not going to do that. It's just going to be, it's just going to be them, Gohan. Oh, I also forgot to mention that I love how they fucking blue ball you with and this is my friend the way my friend described it, blue ball you with Gotenks, or the Goten and Trunks using fusion. You get their fat version. I know there's their fat version, skinny version, and whatever version. I thought that was really funny, and they do, and then they do it correct because they fuck up. Their fingers are off, and they turn into their whatever version. And then in the ending, as the camera's like whooshing past everyone, they do it correctly, but you don't get to see them. my friend was sitting in the chair beside me. He's like, come on, you're fucking kidding me, all that jazz. So yeah, honestly, I think I'm gonna cut it off here. That movie was absolutely incredible. You owe it to yourself to go see it, especially if you've fallen out of Dragon Ball. It'll definitely, I think, in my opinion, push you back in. But yeah, no complaints. I gotta say, I genuinely, normally I'd wait till the end. I'd be like, well, this is the one issue I had with it. To be honest, I've had about a couple days to brew on this. I can't think of anything wrong with it. I can't think of a single problem I had with the film, to be totally honest. It was, by no means was it perfect. It's just that out of all the shit that's come out of all the stuff that I've been watching, I gotta be honest, I like the Dragon Ball Z movie better than I liked fucking Multiverse of Madness. Ooh, controversial opinion. Or is it? Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, it genuinely blew me away. And I think it will blow you away too. So, I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see y'all next time. Now just stand still while I press this button and exit this thing.